Hey there, fellas. We are currently in the city of Sochi, and we just had to find some time to visit the local racetrack, and that is where we are right now. This is Russia's one and only Formula 1 track. There are a bunch of nifty cars here, and we've been lent these two beauties, Lamborghini versus GTR. This calls for a battle to see which is better. Let's do this. So for starters, we're going to be sampling this here Nissan GTR. It's got all-wheel drive and automatic transmission, a 3.8-liter engine, and a factory power rating of 530 horses. This particular example has been slightly modified. They have somewhat upped the power as well as the torque rating, and that's all that really matters. The model year, the trim level, we don't care about any of that. What matters is the specs. Moving along, we're also going to be trying out this Lamborghini. And this one is running a naturally aspirated 5-liter V10 engine. This car has also got all-wheel drive, and on top of that, well, some might like it, others might not, but it has got a manual transmission. I can't even begin to imagine how a 5-liter V10 is going to pull. How it's going to behave out on the racetrack, I literally have no idea, as I've never driven these types of cars. But I will share my impressions with you. Turns out these guys have prepared a surprise for us. There it is right there. This is an Audi R8. All-wheel drive, it has a 5.2-liter V10 engine, rated at 610 horsepower, and that is mighty impressive. Yeah, what a delightful surprise this is. Anyway, today we'll be driving around in 3 cars instead of just 2. Let's go. So we are ready to go, and we'll start with this Audi R8. Here's how this is gonna go. First we do a lap with an instructor behind the wheel. He's going to give us a rundown, and then they're going to allow me to have a go, with the instructor in the passenger seat. Alright, let's go have some fun. Okay, so I have been instructed, everything is good. Now honestly, I'm not used to these sorts of speeds. This isn't the sort of sandbox racing that we're used to. But I just have to give this a try. You can set off. You can go straight onto the left portion. I definitely enjoyed that. But to be completely honest, this is the first time I've ever driven this sort of car. And this is definitely not the same thing as driving your own souped-up car that you don't mind to abuse, with a 200, 300, 400, even 500 horsepower engine. Here you're at a racetrack, and also you got this dude sitting next to you who's pointing out your mistakes. You half expect him to slap you on the back of your head, though you probably wouldn't even mind, as you are wearing a helmet. In any case, that felt really good. All right. I can tell you that my Mercedes is considerably slower. 150 already? Nice. Okay, so the brakes seem to be working just fine. From here, there's the apex. Your initial input has to be smooth, no need to be too abrupt. Okay, so reel it in, right? Here you roll into it at about 70. That's 180. Oh, let off gently, okay. Right, guys, after driving that GTR, it drives like a dream. I mean, I don't know, when you climb into that GTR, it makes you feel as if you've been driving it for a good half of your life. I just don't even know how to put it into words. I loved every second of it. And to be able to drive this car, you'd need to be a shorter fellow. Also, you might want to avoid feeding on macaroni and pasta. Spaghetti and pasta, rather. Overeating, anyway. You'll notice that my leg just doesn't fit. And there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, so first, second... I'm feeling very good in here. Having no issues. Just that Vladimir is a big dude. We're mostly going to be driving in third. We'll be navigating corners in third. First and second will be just to get going. Engage fourth on the straight. When exiting the corner, you first slowly set the wheels straight, and then ease into the throttle. Get on the gas and you can leave it in third. Brake, move to the left. Hard right. Before the turn, move your foot towards the gas pedal. While turning, give it about 20% throttle. Practice right where your line goes through. Slowly move to the left. And stick to the inside of this left turn. This is a long straightaway, feel free to put your foot down. What can I even tell you guys? All of my built Ladas couldn't hold a candle to this thing. But we are going to try and make something on this level. Should I stay in the middle? Stay on throttle, slowly move to the right. Right, guys, so honestly, I was able to fit inside this car even with my frame. And my gut, it was all good. But this Italian thoroughbred, it is just nuts. With its manual gearbox, it is just so sweet. It is a peach, the controls are just so nice to use. And the most interesting part is, well, this car, the balance is so good that it's willing to forgive the driver, well, it's not gonna forgive him being a total asshat, but an honest beginner's mistake, it'll understand. It knows what you expect of it, you build a sort of connection, I mean, that's the important part. This car is just, I don't know, it's like borderline perfection on four wheels. And now, we move to the starting line. Let's see how this Lambo compares to the GTR. Was he sleeping on the starting line? Looks like you were a bit slow. Yeah, while I was moving my foot, How did that happen? Looked like you were chain smoking on your end. Yeah, it took me 1.5 seconds to move my foot from the brake to the gas pedal. Should have used my left foot. That looked like a two-step launch, right? Using launch control. Well, of course. There you go, guys. This R8 means business. But then that GTR, I mean... Everybody knows about the GTR. Nobody ever talks about the R8. Okay, so I've just had a go in these lovely vehicles. A GTR, a Lamborghini. And we actually hosted a competition today in an attempt to work out which one of these is quicker. And at the end of the day, the reason these guys let us drive this R8, I think I'm starting to understand. This thing really blew my mind. I was like, what the hell? This turned out to be the quickest one. And that's all I got for you. Watch us, comment, make sure to follow us on Insta. There are some interesting things happening over there. Send in your suggestions, give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.